Hello. So coming back to the previous episode where we were adding nested polymorphic comments, we had a few issues. First of all, we were not able to display a template with comment new, to just have a blank space where we can type in the content of a comment directly here in the post show. So if we go back and go to posts show, we tried to render a template. I will say render template comments new, and it brought us to an error. So it tried to render the partial posts form. Why is it so? Well, if we try to render comments new, it goes to comments new, and here we have render form, but it would be better if we declared comments/form, not to have an ambiguous render form. So now you see we already have another problem, model name. And we're just going to set the comment inside the posts controller show action. I will say add comment equals comment.new. Okay, now I save and go back, and here, voila, we have an input field for the body of a comment. So here we have new comment 4, well, the name of this post, and we can input a comment. Let's say I will input a comment with 1 character. And you see I'm redirected to the root posts, comments post. And if you see the name of the post, and we get this error. So I will fill in, I create the comment, it works. Now I will create another comment, level 1. And it works. Okay, and let's create a few more comments. I will make a comment of level 2. Works, and I will try to create a comment of level 3. I'll press reply, and you see we get an error. So we have no commentable title because the second commentable is still a comment. Now, I've thought of actually a good way to go around this. So here in this comments new view, we can actually have a different route if the commentable is a comment, and if the commentable is something of the first level, like a post, for example. So how are we going to do this? We can say equals add commentable, and we will see if the commentable is a post. And you see this syntax is better than model name equals comment. And the same we can see if commentable is a comment. Let's see if this works. Okay, now I will remove this line. Okay, so 1 is false, 1 is true. So the commentable is not a post, the commentable is a comment. And we will have different links. So if the commentable is a post, then we'll have a link to the post. Then we'll have this link to commentable title if commentable is a post. Okay, and if commentable is a comment, we're going to find the parent that is not another comment. So we will say link to at commentable dot commentable dot title comma commentable if it is a comment. Let's see if it works. It doesn't work yet. It might work for a comment of the second level. Let's just try and go back. So here we have a comment of the first level. I go to add comment. We have a link. Let's go to a comment of the second level. we still have a link, but still no link for a comment of the third level. Well, we can just try saying commentable.commentable and commentable.commentable. This might work for a third level comment, but it's not a sustainable approach. So let's say here we will return commentable title if the commentable is not a comment. And this way we don't have to check separately for post or user or whatever. So let's say unless commentable is a comment, then we get the parent. Otherwise, we are going to find the parent. And we would say something like commentable dot find parent. And here again, we will have something like commentable find parent if commentable is a comment. And let's define this find parent. I would go to post, to comment, and add a method def find parent. And I would say return self dot commentable if self dot commentable is a for example post, and otherwise we will get self dot commentable dot find parent. So we are going to look for the parent until we find a post, or let's say unless commentable is a comment. Okay, now let's go back and see if it works. So I will say find parent.title and go through the whole flow once again. I'm going to go to the post and let's create a new post. And create a few comments. So first level 1, then I will go to reply, have level 2, then I will go to reply. You see, it still works. I have a link to the parent. I make level 3, create comment, and you see we get an error in the controller. But if we go back to the posts, you see level 3 was created. We didn't have the problem with submitting the form. We just had a problem with the redirects. And you see we can create a comment to this third level comment. Let's make level 4, L4. Okay, going back, you see we have a level 4 comment. Let's actually just update the redirect paths inside our comments controller. So going to comments controller, and here you see if comments save, let's in a similar way as we did in our new, find if it was a comment or if it was not a comment. So let's say we will have two conditional redirects, either to the commentable or commentable find parent. So I will say redirect to commentable or redirect to commentable find parent if it is a comment and unless it is a comment. So here we will redirect to the post, and here we will redirect to the to the top level parent. And I can remove this. And you see the logic is much simpler. I will also add this here. So we have two conditional redirects if the commentable is a comment and if the commentable is not a comment. I will go back. I will try to create a level 5 comment, L5. And you see it worked. I didn't get an error. Now I can try deleting any comment. You see it seems to be working. Comment has been deleted, but you see I didn't get any flash error. So I can say something like flash alert equals comment deleted. And here I will have flash notice comment created. Now let's try once again. I will delete this comment. Again, I will press delete. Comment deleted. Seems to have worked. Delete comment. Also worked. Okay, let's make A1, or we can do it in this other separate view. Then let's create a level 2 comment. A2. Let's create an A3. And this way we can create comments for as long as we like. And we don't have any problems. So now we have fixed our controller. Looks quite fine. And what if we want to actually go a bit deeper and fix this set commentable logic? So not have if params for each of our roots. What if we want to have separate controllers, and it would let us better actually split the logic? So a separate comments controller for our posts, a separate comments controller for our comments, and the general actions that will be available in the comments controller. So let's kind of try to separate this logic a bit and not say post, not say comment here. We would define them in the separate controllers. So let's go to our roots. Okay. And here we will say module. It would be comments. So this would direct to the comments controller. And here we would have module posts. Okay. And now we would need to create 2 additional folders and controllers. So I would go and create a folder posts and a folder comments. And inside each of them, I will create a comments controller .rb here and inside posts. Okay. And then I will say it will be a class comments controller that will inherit from comments controller, but it will be inside a module. So this is the comments like this. And actually a better syntax would be to say module comments and like this and. Okay, this kind of syntax is kind of better. And I'll do the same here. Just I'll say module posts. Okay, and we're going to have the set commentable separated. So we have this before action set commentable. I think we can try leaving it here, and just inside the controllers, I will add a private method of set commentable. Okay. And here it is just going to be commentable will be comment find params ID. And in a similar fashion, here inside posts, we will have commentable will be post find params post ID. Let's see if this works. So you see, we don't need to set commentable in this general controller and have a lot of if else's. And what if there is at some point a case then where we have both params post ID and params comment ID. So instead of having all these if else's inside the main comments controller, it is kind of a good practice to add these two additional controllers that inherit from the main comments controller, and where we would have some kind of modularized logic. So let's see if our application doesn't break now. I will create a new post. and try to add a few comments. So I will say C1, then I will say C2 and C3. So you see, it seems to be working just as before, but we've just updated the way we set the commentable. So here we always know that we will set commentable from the comment, here always from the post. And these two routes are kind of totally separate. So looks good. I think we are quite done for now with adding nested comments. Of course, we can always style them more. Then you can decide whether you want to have a separate link or you want to display this view. So it's all up to you. One thing I will do is maybe remove this label for the body. I will just go to our comments form, remove the label, and say add a comment dot use markdown for formatting. So this way it might be a bit easier for our users to understand that this is for comments. So looks fine. And I think let's save our changes. So git status, git add all, git commit main, and display form for comments in posts show, and correct logic for creating nested elements. Okay, so here I think we have concluded the work on polymorphic nested comments. It was quite a lot to do. Anyway, what do we want to work on next? Let's have a look at our application. So we've got users, we've got posts, we've got posts that are free and that are not free, we've got voting, we've got comments, we've got markdown. So looks quite fine. What if, let's say, we want to embed the videos? Well, of course, we would want to do that, either YouTube videos or Vimeo videos. Well, one thing to do it would be just doing it inside the markdown. Another way would be having a separate field for them if we want to heavily rely on separate videos and have kind of a post format separate. So here we would have a body and we could have a separate field for a video ID. Well, let's explore options. I will try to go to my Vimeo account. And maybe try to embed one of the videos. I'll take a random video. Let's say more actions, embed. And let's see the default Vimeo embed code that I see here. Okay. It's not really a view that I like. Okay, here I see the embed button. I will copy the code. And what if I try to add this code inside the markdown? Will it pass this HTML or not? Okay, let's go to our markdown settings inside helpers. Application helper. And maybe we should try enabling this one. I don't totally remember. Okay, actually, I don't see the content at all. What if I go back and try typing something? Yeah, I see this. So the HTML doesn't get passed. Well, we're not going to focus on this now because it's actually safe that nobody can just embed random stuff inside our application at the moment. Let's just keep it as it is. So let's make a separate view for embedding our Vimeo videos. Well, how can we do it? Here we have the code. And let's, for example, display it inside our posts show. So, for example, above the post or, well, wherever, we can add this code. Let's try to add the code, go to the post, and see if the embed works. So we need to change the privacy settings. I will make this one public. And where can I save? Okay, it looks like it said that the changes was saved. So I go again. Okay, there are some kind of separate settings for embedding. I will allow this one to be embedded anywhere. I go back. And you see, the video looks nice. It got embedded. And what if we want to pass the ID of the video that we want to embed somewhere inside the post? Well, it would be easy to do. So let's just have a look at this script. So iframe, and here we have the video ID. And we would just pass the something from the post here. So we would say at post.vimeo ID. Well, let's put the Vimeo ID in the post description for now. Post.description. Will it work? I will refresh. Now we don't have anything that suits in the post description, so I'll go here and add this Vimeo ID. And it still doesn't work. The embed code for the video is not valid. So this does not get paused. Well, if one syntax doesn't work, another one might. I'll say post description, open tags, close tags. And voila, so it works. I have a field where I pass the Vimeo video ID, and here I display the video itself. So looks good, and later on we can improve on this method. Now you see, I got the default Vimeo embed code. We can change it, we can style it, whatever we want. So looks good. Anyway, I think enough for now. We have finished working on our polymorphic nested comments, and we've made it so that we can just have some kind of field inside our posts where we add a Vimeo video ID, and we display the video if it is a public video, of course. So that's it for now. Hey, we've already managed to start displaying videos. Cheers.